Welcome to Conversations with Lauren and Ali, where we bridge all things in the spiritual and human experience.
This is a space where raw honesty meets higher truth, where personal stories open doors to deeper self-awareness, and where the messy, magical journey of being human is honoured as a sacred path of awakening. So, take a breath, get cozy, and join us in today's conversation.
Yeah, just feeling a little tired today, a little heavy, but that's just because I'm processing and integrating
Yeah.
um, an experience that happened for me as well. And it's a really interesting one of kind of backing myself and trusting in my own truth, like my own heart, my own channel. Um, and also maybe it's to do with boundaries. And it was interesting in that I was really open to my team and my higher self to what is in this for me, what can I learn, where can I kind of do better, but not in a just in a could I have handled this differently. And it was really interesting to feel the clarity and the truth that I was aligned with, and to observe that this is just how it feels when you're in that and you hold that. And maybe it's not actually received well by someone else, or that reflection of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so there's been a lot of jumping about with my mind, like overthinking, over replaying, but in my body and in my heart, I feel really calm and grounded in it. And I think that heaviness that I'm feeling is just a little bit of the mental body, kind of the subconscious mind
Yeah.
turning the wheels. But
Yeah.
the rest of me is like, stay true. And I keep asking, I'm like, but am I gaslighting myself? Like, because could I have done something better? Could I have done something differently? Could I have handled it differently? Whatever. Um, but I kind of have this deep knowing of like, no, it is what it is. And that's part of the experience for me.
Yeah.
I can feel it now as I'm even saying that. I think just voicing that is just knowing that this is one of those moments of the embodiment piece around all that, we're doing in the
Mhm.
mastery.
Yeah.
And the people pleaser in me has just been a little rattled.
Yeah.
she's not there as much as she used to be, but I think that's what's coming forward. Um but it's not crippling me. And I mean, I
No.
had a moment, don't get me wrong, I did have a moment and let myself feel all of the feelings, but I immediately tapped into, okay, so what's here for me in this? I felt a sense of self-responsibility to a level that I haven't, I think, encountered. And it was like, okay, if I truly believe that everything happens, like every experience is teaching us something, or it's there for a reason, what can I be aware of? Like what do I need to be responsible for? Um, and so I was really open about receiving that honestly, because sometimes I feel like we can influence what we can I don't know if we influence it, but we can grab onto the bits we want to hear and not the parts that we don't want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I felt a clarity and even this morning I checked in again, and it was like it was still the same. I'm still in my truth. I'm anchored in that pillar of truth. And I need to trust that part of this was about me holding that and holding my boundaries to be a reflection
Yep.
of that. And also reminding me that sometimes we are here to maybe expand people that may feel like a reactive, triggered response state, but that might be what is needed for them to then choose how they are going to respond, just as how I'm choosing how I'm going to respond.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but it's feeling. There's a lot of movement in the throat.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It comes back a lot to, I think, the trust piece that we spoke about on 11/11, doesn't it? Trusting yourself, trusting those boundaries that you've created because they honor your sovereignty, they honor your truth, they honor your soul, they honor who you really are. So, um, when we've had that people pleaser part of us being present for such a long time, it feels a little foreign in the body to, yeah, to stand by our boundaries, I suppose. And it's hard when you have a sensitive, when you're really sensitive and you really feel things a lot because you never want to hurt anyone or
No.
um, feel like yeah, basically that's it. You don't ever want to hurt anybody or,
No. No.
offend anybody or, yeah, but that's part of mastery, isn't it? Is
Hmm.
really honoring your sovereignty. And that's what it is. And you've been talking about sovereignty as well, and it can feel challenging. It can really feel challenging standing in your sovereignty. And I mean, that goes across the board, doesn't it? With relationships, with your kids, with
Yeah.
friends, family. It's not just work. Yeah, it's a big one.
No. And that's what I have noticed is that when I actually kind of zoomed out as well and didn't just focus on like this one particular experience, was I could see where it's showing up in many different avenues in my life and what this is asking of me to do in this season and chapter that I am stepping into. And yes, because we have been talking about trust, belief, self-belief,
Yeah.
self-mastery, the embodiment of this expression, um, and all of that is kind of, I think this is where it sneaks up on me sometimes. And I know I've said this, and I think I might have said this in the live the other day, but sometimes I forget how everything weaves in together.
Hmm.
So something will be coming up, and I will not realize that it's actually connected to what my intention is or what I've been like affirming and focusing on. And that's something that what has been downloading for me very clearly is because I'm now in this mode of mastery of knowing how where my energy is sitting, where my thoughts are sitting, what I'm intentionally creating and then putting that into words because I'm affirming that so much more through my
Hmm.
words and through my actions, even
Yeah.
that this is the feeling state with it. And so, like this little example too, um, and the way it's feeling in my body for the first time feels very different. And as I said, I can feel the parts of me wanting to spark off and react because that's the old people pleaser, let's say, just to use that generically. But this this piece that is sitting so landed, that is embodied and showing me how much I am embodied. So I feel like this experience is also highlighting that I am creating that through my choices and my actions and my words and my feeling. I am creating that, and it's already here.
Hmm.
It's already here. And so to be in that, because this is the becoming, isn't it? This is when we
Yeah.
talk about the becoming, this to me is what this is.
Yeah. It's walking the talk. It's living
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you feel it more? Do you think you're feeling it more in your body when we're talking about embodiment? Like I can see you now. I can see that you're feeling something.
Yeah. My
You're
heart. My
feeling it
heart.
rather
My
than
heart.
thinking
Yeah.
about it or
Yeah.
overthinking or sitting in the mind. You're like, no,
Hmm.
I'm feeling how this
Yeah.
feels in my
Yeah.
body. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And as I'm talking about it with you, it's feeling a little uncomfortable.
I can see you kind of
But
squirming.
yeah. But actually if I relax into that and let go of it and let go and just soften it, it actually is okay. It's okay. I feel like it's interesting you mentioned the divine child before, because I have this feeling it's like holding the child, that just needs a little bit of attention. I just feel like I'm in this kind of cocoon space of holding myself. I
Yeah.
have overnight and even this morning already just been sitting in a lot of silence because it just felt like I needed to be in whatever this was.
Mhm.
Um, and also a little bit about that appreciating the recognition of it being here, because we get so, I think I spoke about this as well with you, this still the doing, still the seeking, the achieving, the drilling towards something. And I've been getting that reminder a lot at the moment of that this is another way of tapping into to the being with it, or to be in being with it, rather than seeking to do something and missing, and missing that I've already landed in it. Like I'm landed in it,
Yeah.
and yes, I'm maybe still processing it, but I'm integrating and embodying it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's happening. Yeah.
It's happening instead of me, like, I don't know if
Looking
that
at it
makes
as something
sense.
external. Like it's like you're not
Yeah,
looking at it as, oh, it's happening and I'm looking at it out here.
yeah.
It's an internal thing. Yeah.
And kind of being with it too, because I don't need to do anything about it. I
Yeah.
just that's what I was feeling. The more I sat with myself and sat with it in stillness, in silence, I felt better in my body.
Yeah. There's an
Well,
acceptance
that's
there, isn't
releasing
there?
through my throat, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And I suppose that's the piece. I mean, this takes me back to my kinesiology studies, because it was like it was being self accountable, self responsible, and then self leading to self acceptance. Is that um, I guess unwittingly, that not that at the time I didn't connect that because I didn't really understand what sovereignty was, but that's the path to sovereignty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So accepting myself in this moment with the range of feelings that I'm feeling, but predominantly sitting in the being, sitting in that embodied state, knowing that I'm exactly where I need to
hmm
be.
Yeah.
And yes, it's uncomfortable in some ways, but this is also, I think, signaling that movement of the next um, rung of the ladder, shall we say?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Mm,
And self-acceptance is it can take time, can't it? And like you said, it can
mm,
feel uncomfortable. It's sort of the next step along from awareness. You can have awareness when, like you said, you take accountability, responsibility for yourself. You have this awareness. And I feel like the awareness sometimes, like we were just saying, is external almost, like we can see
hmm
it. We can
hmm
see it. But the acceptance part is when we actually feel it. And like you said, you sit with it like you're sitting next to, or like the divine mother holding the divine child, you know,
Yeah.
it's you're sitting with it like it's sitting next to you kind of thing. And you're just feeling familiar with each other and
hmm
letting whatever needs to take place for that to process. Um, yeah, to take place. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of trying to do something about it, which is
Yeah.
probably what I would have, a version of me would have been doing, was trying to
Yeah.
fix this, move through it,
Yeah.
appease
What do I need
everything,
to do? Yeah.
smooth everything out so I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
But at the moment it's yeah, kind of riding the wave a little bit of like a little bit of but then mostly it's like, okay, we've got this. We've got this.
Yeah. And that's surrender and
Yeah.
trust and all the big things that have been coming up this whole year, really, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's just it feels like we've just learned so much more about ourselves. And if you think back to say 12 months ago, this time last year, how you would have handled the same thing or how you would have reacted possibly
Yeah.
to the same thing, how your body would have responded to the same thing.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool to see like to witness yourself in this, in, how like how much you've changed or shifted or where you are now
Absolutely.
and your perspective on things now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those times where I'm hearing like where it is in it's patience and trusting the process.
Hmm.
And I think, like you said, walking the talk, knowing that we have to walk the talk because this is the key piece for me to embodiment is taking it to the action in the moment to moment. It's
Yes,
one
that
thing
is
to be aware of
embodiment.
it
Yeah.
and to be responsible and know it's there, but it's another thing to accept it and move into life, into day-to-day experiences,
Yes.
choosing
Just
differently.
yes. To be with it and to, yeah, to be it like this. And that's mastery. That's sovereignty. That's leadership, you know?
Yeah, and I think sometimes that there is a perception that that comes so easily and that it comes in a lot of the whole love, light, rainbows, unicorns kind of stage, but and not everyone creates their own experience. Maybe this is the way that I've created, but it is like walking through the fire.
Hmm.
To it is it 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 is more uncomfortable than it is comfortable, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I'm also becoming friends with that
Yeah.
because I think that's something as humans we don't do well is we don't sit in the uncomfortable because we don't want to feel our feelings. We don't want to
No,
feel the uncomfortableness.
no.
So we'll do anything we can to avoid that.
Hmm. Yeah.
And which is where the subconscious loops and patterns and things spring from.
Yeah.
Whereas
Mhm.
if we just surrendered and let go and softened into the uncomfortable, the challenging, and still like that saying of feel the fear and do it anyway, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like there's going to be some trepidation because it's new, it's different, it's uncomfortable, it's outside my comfort zone or whatever it is. But I need to feel that and trust the truth of whatever it is and choose to align to that and choose to take action to that.
Yeah.
And I think also maybe that's something I would love to infuse in the collective heart is the remembering that you have the choice. And yes, it may be an uncomfortable choice, but you can make that choice that's going to take you on that path through the initiation of mastery into sovereignty, into the embodiment of that expression that then offers the spaciousness of ease of um, more peace. The more we do that, the more we do that.
Yeah. I love that.
And it's a quicker turnaround. I mean, I'm proof of that
Mm.
because this experience, um, there's versions of me that would have taken days, weeks,
Yeah.
and I'm talking less than 24 hours.
Hmm.
Um, and not even really because it happened. I started to make the shift, I made the choice within 30 minutes of what I was feeling. And so each time it gets a little bit easier,
Yeah.
but it's making the choice to choose it differently. It's making the
Yeah.
choice to feel the uncomfortable. It's making the choice to say, what can I learn from this?
Hmm. Yeah.
Being curious with it rather than being judgmental. Well, what can I learn from this? What can I see from this? What is this showing me?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it for me or is it for something else or someone else? Or
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's interesting to also take that lens of the curious observer,
Yes.
inquirer.
Yeah, absolutely. And it becomes, do you notice now how that becomes your go-to? Like
Hmm.
it's just become natural because I've
Hmm.
certainly noticed that too with myself is that's generally the first thing when something happens instead of just instantly reacting. It's a
Yes.
pause and it's a okay, without overthinking this,
just sort of putting it out there, yeah, and being really open to any clarity around, what's the purpose of this? Like, what can
Yeah.
I learn from this? What am I being shown here? What can I take from this? Um, and there is a sense of peace that comes with that, isn't there? Rather than trying to
Mhm.
pick it apart and reacting. I know I yesterday when I got a speeding ticket, that was, a little while ago, I would have lost my shit over that and been blowing
Mhm.
up. But I didn't. I was calm and I was almost even just I actually felt, yeah, I mean it I had fleeting moments where it rattled me a bit and I was annoyed at myself, obviously. But my immediate reaction to it was, okay, what's this showing me? Like, this is telling
Mhm.
me to slow down or, you know, whatever it is. You just understand, even though you copped a monetary fine and losing
Yes.
3 points off your license, there's a greater purpose to it. Yeah, there's a greater purpose to it. And I feel like I even reacted, I was totally neutral with the officer that pulled me over. Not that I would ever be rude because I respect them. Because been there, done that. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, I own it.
Mhm.
It is what
Mhm.
it is. I get it. I'm being shown something here. But yeah, it's that in itself, like everything that you've just spoken about, brings that sense, a greater sense, a greater overall sense of peace and easefulness in moving through things, doesn't it? Because we can make things like really difficult for ourselves if we want to when we react to things in certain ways and
Yeah.
continue, firing energy into something like that's, you know, anger or frustration. But when you sort of just pause and take that step back and, yeah, be open to understanding or getting a little more clarity around the greater purpose behind it, it's definitely a more easeful process. And like you said, I think you move through it much quicker rather than
Yeah.
dwelling on it and letting it still
Mhm.
be flying around in your field.
Well, what's coming into my field right now is the understanding of releasing the martyr template.
Hmm.
So releasing the martyr, the victim,
Yeah, the
because
victim. Yeah.
that's something we're well programmed
Yes.
into, is
Hmm.
the victimhood and the victim mentality. And you could, like your example there, you could have
Yeah.
played a role where you maybe saw yourself or felt yourself as the victim of that,
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
and that would have changed your whole experience
Hmm.
and whole state of being. Um, and it also pulls us away from that self-responsibility piece.
Yeah, it's an accountability. You have to own your shit. And
Hmm.
that was one of the words that went through my head was, okay, I own this. I did
Yeah.
it. I
Well,
fucking
that
did it.
that when you said that, that carried a lot of power. Like when you were telling your story, you said, "And I owned this." I felt
Yeah.
like that's what carried the power,
Mm.
was owning everything that is coming through for us,
Yeah.
because that is the piece too of knowing that we are creating it. So
Yeah.
it's bringing that awareness, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. That
Uh,
accountability, that
Accountability, and
yeah.
accepting it without judgment or
Yes.
criticism or victimhood or whatever it might be,
Yeah.
and just instead choosing to be curious with it, because okay, well, what can I choose to now rewrite that story or begin to reframe that frequency and that energy around it,
Hmm.
because this is where we're starting to take our power back.
Yeah. Yes. You feel
Like,
that, don't you? You
yeah,
don't feel powerless
yeah,
when you're in that victim mode, which, oh God, I've been in that. Like I worked hard to get out of that mode
yeah,
and like quite a few years ago now. And I feel like I've been quite successful with that actually. I don't,
yeah,
especially after
yeah.
something like yesterday, I
Hmm.
don't tend to feel attacked by things anymore, or not saying that it's not there at all, but yeah, it is taking your power back because when you are in that victim state or feeling attacked or feeling judged or feeling, like it's something personal, You do. You sort of get out of control and you feel like you've lost control and something else
Mm,
has control over you and you've got no
mhm,
power over the situation. Whereas we can choose to own our shit. And that is being empowered. I really, yeah,
definitely.
I really believe that. Even if it's a shit situation, you can still, you don't feel
But
powerless.
yeah, exactly. And what I was just going to say is what I feel coming in as well as highlighting too, how the experiences sometimes come to allow us to walk through them, to see to see how far we've come, to see how we've changed, to
Yes.
see it like you're just recognizing here in this moment. What if that ticket was all about you showing up and handling it in a different way? And then sitting here today talking about, oh, there is that version of me that would have reacted in this way. And look how far I've come. Like,
Yeah.
this is the realizing you don't have to keep seeking and doing and working towards something. It's already here.
Yeah.
You've already become that. You are the becoming of that.
Yes.
And
Although I
I'm
could have chosen a different experience to witness that one that didn't cost me
I'm just
money
gonna
and points on my
say,
license. But anyway, thanks.
see again, well, thank you. Got that lesson. Don't need to have
Yes.
it again.
I
And
said
and
thank you immediately. I was
we
like, okay, thank you.
can we do it where it's a little
Done.
bit less of a monetary exchange on
Yes.
that one?
Yep.
But I just that was wanted to be highlighted as well, where
Yeah.
sometimes the experience is just the experience to show us that we're
Yeah.
navigating it differently, that we didn't even realize that we were.
Yes. And I think we've spoken about this like a few over, the
Mhm,
past few weeks or whatever, saying that I know we've spoken a lot about witnessing ourselves
mhm,
going through this. Even what you spoke about before, you were like
mhm.
earlier, how, you process something and move through something in less than 24 hours, what used to take you days or weeks even.
Yeah,
And we're being shown this stuff, aren't we? We're
yeah, yeah.
being like a reflection to say, hey, witness yourself. Look at yourself here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at your
Absolutely.
growth.
Yeah.
Look at your expansion. Yeah.
And to honor who we are and what we're creating, and again the reflection to us of the powerful creators and manifestors, or whatever you want to call it, the sovereign beings that we are. And as I said before, it feels like, yes, it's tough and it's challenging and it's hard in the moments,
Mm.
but the turnaround time becomes quicker. And eventually, there is going to reach a point where it's happening so seamlessly. And it probably is happening seamlessly on a smaller level, but
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just not
totally.
witnessing
Yeah, it
it.
totally is. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Thank you
think
for
that,
joining us in this space of truth, reflection, and connection. If today's conversation stirred something within you, we invite you to sit with it, journal on it, or share it with someone who walks the path of self-awareness too.
These conversations are living transmissions, and we are so grateful to be on this journey with you. Until next time, remember your human experience is sacred and you are never walking alone.
With love, Lauren.
And Ali.